Yeah, so like I said, I work with my team to grow my program, make sure the team is doing the work in the most efficient way. So it's regular project management, as you know, done by the PMI, only that my team is machine learning and AI oriented. So our challenges are a little bit different than a regular development team. So I make sure that I work with them to, remove impediments if they have, define their processes. That's a big deal. Always trying to get better and faster at how we do things. Grow the team itself so they get to maturity, right? And then, like I said, a lot of just reporting, giving statuses, providing visibility into how we're doing, and are we accomplishing our goals. So practically, I think a lot of what I do is that.
Great, thank you, Zorina. So follow-up, I guess, question on that. What are, I guess, the typical path, I think, for someone like you? So actually, let's start with first, how do you get into a program management role? Let's start with that, and then we'll talk about what options do you have after a program management role? What other career path you can follow after that?
Right, so I get this question a lot, and I just want to start by saying program manager is not an entry-level job, so you probably would not get in right after college. There's a path that you should follow usually. So I get this question a lot. I mentor young students, and they ask me, or they ask me, I've applied to a bunch of project management jobs and I never got an answer back. There's a reason for that. So this type of jobs require some management experience. So they would like to see people who have been people's managers or leaders of a team. It requires seniority in general, business and industry knowledge as well. So for example, if the hospital across the street calls me and says, hey, I have a program manager job, would you come work here at the hospital and do some amazing hospital things? I would probably say, I know nothing about running a hospital, so I probably will not be good at that. Even though I know how to do program management and I've been doing it for many years, but I do not know that industry very well. So I'll probably need a huge learning curve or I'm going to fail. So my advice is don't just blindly apply to any kind of PM job, but focus on what you'd like, what kind of PM job you'd like to do, what is your niche, right? What piece of the industry you want to be in. For example, cybersecurity, focus on that, or cloud, right? Or machine learning, like I did. To me, this was my passion, so I went for this. So I've learned a lot about that on top of the program management skills, right? So that's what they're looking for when they're looking for a program manager. And certifications help in this case. PMI, Project Management Institute, right? Everybody knows they have the PMP, but also they have a lot of program management and agile certifications that are very well recognized and respected. So I suggest, if you're interested, you can get one of those. It does not hurt at all. It looks really good on a resume and you learn a lot. And also PMI has a lot of resources to help you if you're just starting in this career.
Okay, thank you, Zorina. And then I think we have another question that's more geared towards, I guess, how to even get started, how to even get an internship. I think it's a student who's essentially has an information science background and also computer science. And she also has some experience as a software developer, and she wants to change to data scientist. And she's looking for specific advice on what she should highlight on her resume to land even an internship at a big, at the top company.
Yeah. So like I said, any data experience will look very good. So if you can highlight that. And also be happy if you connect on LinkedIn, be happy to offer a little bit of advice as much as I can. If you want to show me the actual resume, be happy to help you there.
Okay. Thank you so much, Zorina. So let's see if we have any more question. And If not, I think we'll wrap it up here. Let's see.
Can I ask myself a question?
Sure, go ahead.
So I think that there is something that I wanted to talk about, and just wanted to make sure that I didn't give the feeling that this is a great, amazing, wonderful, which it is, but there are also challenges in AI and machine learning. And I think that anybody who's trying to either transition or get in, if you know these things, when you have those interviews and those conversations, you will definitely give you a leg up. People will realize that you really know what you're talking about. It is not a beautiful rainbow and butterflies type project where you just go in, you do your algorithms and everything works fine and your company makes $1 million. It's not, these are advanced, complicated things. And I wanted to mention some of the challenges that you will find as you work in AI ML. The first one, the biggest one, is data. And I think somebody mentioned that they're spending 80% of their time cleaning data. Hopefully that's not that bad in many cases, but you need to have data. If the company hires you as a data scientist or machine learning engineer, and they have data split up between cloud and mainframe and data centers and on-prem and whatnot, and it's in all kinds of formats and all kinds of pieces, it's going to be very, very hard to do machine learning. So you're going to have to spend a lot of time getting the data in one place, in one format, making sense of it, cleaning it up before you can run your machine learning. So a lot of the times, you know, people get enthusiastic about it, but this is something that you have to consider. It will take a while. And then the second most important thing, you will need to have buy-in from your leadership. Just to go in and say, I have great ideas, I'm going to do a bunch of models. It doesn't mean anything if those models are not approved to go into production by the executive management of your company. So having that leadership buy-in, getting them to understand why these things can help, make your case, make your business case, show them the profit you're going to produce, right? Do all that work before you spend 6 to 9 months building a model, and then you will never make it anywhere. So get your leadership to buy into this, or else, again, you might not succeed no matter how great and brilliant work you do. And, you know, with that goes managing their expectations. Many of the VPs are, you know, oh, my competitor is doing something with AI. I'm going to do something with AI. But they are not certain what that something is. So they will come to you as a new data scientist and say, can you work some magic to make us a lot of money? Make sure you manage your expectations in the beginning and explain to them, machine learning projects are iterative. It takes a while. You need data, you need this, you need that. So do all of that work before so you don't fail later. So this is just a couple of things that I wanted to throw out there for everybody to know.
No, that's a great question. That is a great question as far as understanding the challenges to get into that field. So one last question actually from me, and I think we'll wrap it up at that point. So an interesting question. I just wanted to hear your thoughts in terms of where do you think AI and machine learning is going? What is ultimately, if you have to make a prediction in 10 years, 20 years, 50 years from now, where is AI and ML is going to take us?
Well, there's all kinds of theories out there. The guy who actually put the basis of what we today call machine learning, his name is Jude Upper. He wrote a lot of the math that is behind what we now use for the machine learning algorithms. He actually came up with a new book last year, and he's saying that we will have a totally different approach to machine learning in a few years, and moving more towards actual AI, towards really making that cause and effect link for the machines to start truly thinking, more than doing a lot of statistics that we do now. So a lot of people are working on changing and making sure the future is even brighter. I believe that if we all work and have the good intentions, and we all are, very safe in how we're approaching this, and I think most people are, we will have great help from AI, right? it. I mean, again, it will be like the Industrial Revolution, like leave the horse and buggy and start driving your car, right? It will be the same kind of transition. And it might be a little painful and it will take, you know, quite a bit. But I think in the end, we will all be so much better for it.
Great. Thank you so much, Zorina. So let's